Mariana was just 16 when she started a tradition that would change her life. Inspired by a class assignment, she wrote a letter to herself, imagining her life 5 years into the future. In it, she poured out her dreams, hopes, and plans, writing down everything she wanted to accomplish. She addressed the letter to her future self, promising to read it someday. Mariana sealed it in an envelope and tucked it away in a small box, thinking, "One day I'll open this, and everything I've dreamed of will have come true." After that first letter, Mariana continued the tradition. Every year on her birthday, she would sit quietly and write a letter to her future self. She would reflect on the past year, noting her achievements, her challenges, and her hopes for the year to come. She wrote about the places she wanted to visit, the career she wanted to build, and the person she wanted to become. Each letter was a snapshot of her heart and mind at that particular moment in time. At first, Mariana saw the letters as a fun exercise. But as the years passed, they became a meaningful ritual, a moment to pause and check in with herself. They were promises to the person she hoped to become, guiding her choices and reminding her of what mattered most. She never showed them to anyone, keeping them as her private conversation with herself. In her mind, she was shaping her own destiny, creating a path toward a future that would fulfill her dreams. 10 years went by. Mariana was now 26, living in a different city, and working in a field she loved. She had experienced the ups and downs of life, and though she had grown, she felt like she was missing something. On her birthday that year, she decided to open her box of letters and read each one, starting with the very first letter she had written as a teenager. As she unfolded the first letter, she felt a surge of emotion. The words were filled with youthful optimism, bold dreams, and an unshakable belief that anything was possible. She read on, laughing at some parts and feeling a pang of nostalgia at others. She saw herself in those letters, the younger version of herself who was so full of hope, who believed that life could be whatever she wanted it to be. One letter spoke of her dream to travel the world, to see places she had only read about in books. Another letter described her ambition to start her own business, to be independent and successful. And in each letter, she found a note about the person she wanted to be. Kind, courageous, someone who would make a difference in the world. As she read, she realized that these dreams had been her guiding light, even when she didn't consciously think about them. But as Mariana continued reading, she began to notice something else. There were choices she had made over the years, small decisions that had taken her off the path she had imagined. She saw moments where she had hesitated, where she had let fear or doubt hold her back. She remembered the times when she had said, "I'll do it someday, or maybe next year," only to find that those somedays had never come. One letter from when she was 24 mentioned a job opportunity abroad, a chance to explore a new culture and build her skills. She had been excited about it at the time, but she had ultimately decided to stay close to home, feeling unsure about leaving her comfort zone. Looking back, she realized that the opportunity had been a stepping stone toward one of her dreams, but she had let it pass by. Another letter talked about her wish to learn to play the piano, a passion she had held since childhood. She had bought a piano, taken a few lessons, but eventually got busy with work and put it aside. Reading about that goal now, she felt a twinge of sadness. It had been something she truly wanted, but she had never made time for it. Each letter brought back memories, some joyful and others filled with regret. Mariana saw how every choice she had made, both the bold ones and the cautious ones, had shaped the life she was living now. She realized that her path hadn't been a straight line toward her dreams. It had been a winding journey, filled with detours and missed chances. Sitting in her quiet apartment, surrounded by letters from her past, Mariana felt a profound realization. She understood now that every choice, no matter how small, was a thread in the fabric of her life. Her future had been shaped by her past decisions, and her present was a reflection of the paths she had taken and the ones she had left behind. But as she looked at the last letter in the stack, Mariana felt something else, a spark of hope. She realized that the power to change her life was still in her hands. Those dreams she had written about, the goals she had once cherished, didn't have to remain in the past. She could still pursue them, even if it meant taking small steps every day. With a renewed sense of purpose, Mariana decided to make changes in her life. She began planning her travels, saving up for trips to the places she had always wanted to see. She signed up for piano lessons, dedicating time each week to practice. And in her career, she started exploring new opportunities, no longer letting fear hold her back. Mariana also wrote a new letter, one addressed to her future self 10 years from now. In it, she reflected on the lessons she had learned, the importance of courage, and the value of each decision. She promised herself that she would live fully, embracing both the risks and the rewards of following her dreams. She wrote about the person she wanted to become, knowing that every choice she made from this day forward would bring her closer to that vision. As she sealed the letter, Mariana felt a deep sense of peace. She knew that she couldn't change the past, but she could shape her future. Her journey had taught her that it wasn't too late to pursue her dreams, to make choices that aligned with her true self. And she felt grateful for the letters, for the glimpses they gave her into the person she had once been and the person she was becoming. In the months that followed, Mariana stayed committed to her promises. She traveled to new places, each destination a reminder of her courage and resilience. She practiced the piano, finding joy in the music she had always loved. She took bold steps in her career, pursuing projects that ignited her passion. And each time she felt doubt or fear, she remembered her younger self, the girl who had believed in a bright and beautiful future. Through the letters, Mariana found herself again. She realized that dreams might change, but the desire to live fully, to create a life of meaning and purpose, would always be a part of her. The letters had given her a new understanding of life, a reminder that every moment mattered, and every choice could bring her closer to the life she wanted. Mariana's journey wasn't about achieving every goal she had written in those letters. It was about living with intention, making choices that honored her dreams, and staying true to herself. The letters had shown her that time was precious, and she was determined not to waste it. With each passing day, she felt a deeper sense of fulfillment, knowing that she was creating a life she could be proud of. As the years went by, Mariana continued to write to her future self, each letter a reflection of her growth and a promise to stay true to her path. She understood now that life was a journey of choices, each one leading her closer to the person she was meant to be. Thank you for watching Mariana's story. If this story inspired you, please give it a like and share it with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this. And hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos.